Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of the Outer Worlds. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're chose to join me today, because we're going over there, I think. I think that's the new map. That's basically, it's probably a new planet, and that's it. For this DLC, because it's not a new planet, it's not a planet, it's an asteroid. And we also have a bunch of doors over here that we didn't explore. I'm also getting stuck on all the furniture. This place doesn't seem, it feels like people moved in and didn't really unpack or anything like that. So let's look around. There's also some robots going about doing their not much what they're doing. What is that? There's things over here, but you can't interact with them. There's also some... Oh. The photo of a man. What?
Boss, look at this. A secret room. Just like in the serials.
Huh. I've never seen one of these before. You think it's some kind of bunker thing?
Yep. I was gonna say that it might be the father, but we never really got to ask that question. We have a death certificate for Olivia Ambrose. The Miss Wilhelmina, or to Miss Wilhelmina Ambrose, this certificate affirms that you are the sole inheritor of the Ambrose estate, having drafted, filed, indexed, stamped, and unstamped the necessary forms to declare your mother legally deceased. Congratulations and condolences. This has been a long time coming, even without access to your full inheritance. You have grown the Ambrose fortunes beyond this firm's wildest dreams. Bailey Clark, estate manager. Beyond this firm's wildest dreams. This is a big change in regards to the first episode within our conversation with Minnie. Now we have the kitchen keycard. Let's see what this terminal has for us. Logs. Let's see. Recent activity. Let's see. We got a bunch of recent activity. The numbers change a lot. We got 37,000 on one and 30,000 on the other. User Ambrose attempted to log into the system. Final attempt failed. Locking terminal for 5 days. And then failed a few times there. User O Ambrose activated dinner time protocol. Meal was woolly loaf. And then there's also H Ambrose, who is somebody else. Activated dinner protocol, and the meal was tripical salad. And then O also gets some borst roast. Corruption detected in earlier logs, omitting corrupted entries. Routine maintenance logs omitted as well. Pantry stock. Last automated check was error. Salt tuna. Everything is spoiled. We got salt tuna, woolly cow, mock apples, Borston beans. There's 13 cans remaining. And mock apple shake. 9 bottles remaining. And here's the kitchen. Are we actually gonna... Is this... I thought we were just gonna go into the... There's a lot of iceberg aged whiskey here. Because she drinks upstairs and that as well. I thought we were just gonna... I don't know, go to to Gorgon itself and start exploring in sort of like a Sierra Madre style... Oh man, I'm over encumbered again. Sierra Madre style DLC thing. But I think that is not right. We have some... Oh, that's for hacking. I don't think I need that. Maybe I do. That is some heavy armor right there. Did I not pay attention to my armor? Of course I did not. Let's see. Break that down. Sure. What about this thing? That is... Yes. This one does add a few things, but... I mean, we should probably look into this. Extra determination. Good for you. Break it down. And we're gonna stop picking bottles of food. And pancake mix. What is that? Why is there... Well, I guess they never unpacked it, did they? Okay. So we got this door over here. Doesn't go anywhere. And we have this passage back here. That goes somewhere. What, bottles? We didn't even go through the secret
I
passage.
had a nightmare about this sort of thing once. Crawling around on my hands and knees inside a mansion, I mean.
Oh my law, this is just like that episode of Virginia Yang, Girl Detective, where the old fella dies and his nurse inherits his house. What if
What if we find a body indeed? Look at this. This one is locked from the inside. Or barred from the inside. We found the jewels. Oh, we can pick them up. Pocket watch is now mine. Bracelet is now mine. We got a human skull. Whose skull it was, we will never know. And we got a computer over here as well. Personal terminal for Dr. Olivia Ambrose. Along that wilderness of glass, no swelling stell that wind may... Sorry. What? How does that go? The EAP. That's their estate, I think. Along that wilderness of glass, no swelling stell that winds may be upon some far-off, happier sea, no heavyings hint that winds have been on seas less hideously serene. And I am very good at reciting poetry. Let's learn about... Oh, this is Wilhelmina. No record of H. Let's see. Welcome, user Ambrose A. Oh, wait a minute. That's on different users. Log in. You can log in with different ones. Okay. Logs over here displaying 5 total entries. Then we have 2324 through 2348. And I can also go into the deleted logs, which I will be able to do. Let's learn from the oldest. This morning, I gave birth to a healthy child. Perhaps that's a strange distinction to call her healthy, but after all I have endured to finally meet her, it matters. That she exists at all against the odds matters. I will call her Wilhelmina, after my late brother Wilhelm. Or Wilhelm, well, anyway. I hope the law is kinder to her than it was to him. I hope for many things, truthfully. That she be smart and shrewd, that she be strong, relentless, undeniable. Most of all, I hope for her a steel spine, that she does not bend when Halcyon would break her, that she should be stronger than I. I must find Minnie, a wet nurse. She demands to be fed throughout the day and night, and I simply cannot get a single thing done. The nurse will need to be exceptional, smart, educated, of means. Minnie must have the best start if she's going to survive the pit of vipers that is the Byzantium elite. Then there is the matter of a governess. I can't watch the child constantly, not if I am to do my work. How soon must I begin looking? Naturally, she'll have to be exceptional as well, and exceptional Byzantines don't exactly grow on trees. I will persuade Harvey. Oh, have we heard about Harvey? No, not really. Maybe. I don't think so. That's the H. To investigate this for me. The man has little else to do. I don't understand how anyone of ambition has time to keep a journal. I certainly don't. Yet here I am indulging myself. Minnie's influence, no doubt. Her behavior concerns me. She's clingy, emotional. At 5, she should be starting to show some personality, not crying for her mother when I leave for another stint on Gorgon. This must be the fault of Marie, her governess, as Minnie certainly didn't learn this behavior from me. I'll have to fire the woman. It's clear she is not capable of instilling in Minnie a correct understanding of how to behave. Harvey despairs of ever finding a governess who meets my, quote, preposterous, unquote, standards. He and I went in circles on the issue for hours, but he came around to my thinking eventually. Why shouldn't I want what's best for my daughter? Maybe I'll fire him too. I'm at my wits' end with Minnie. At 13, she should have already mastered basic chemistry, physics, and mathematics, but she can barely handle long division. She struggles to remember the simplest equations and formulas, no matter how many times her governess raps her knuckles. By the time I was her age, I had already made dynamite in my grandfather's laboratory. The only thing Minnie's making explode is my head. Her father asked me why we don't just send her to boarding school, but I abhor the thought of her surrounded by those coddled idiots. More alarming still, she's begun to show an interest in romancing serials and painting. She may have a strong grasp of color theory, and she shows some promise with watercolors, but surely that's the result of her education in spectroscopy, not any innate skill. What value has art, anyway? I scrolled down. Where am I? Oh, there it is. She gave me a truly dreadful painting of Francis this morning, and I haven't a clue what to do with it. Perhaps I'll stuff it in my desk. We'll have a good laugh over it when she's grown and finally come to her senses. This is an interesting way of learning about Minnie. I mean, very invasive and lack of privacy here, but it's not. I say it's interesting not from a purely human perspective, but rather from just, you know, it's a way that we don't get to learn about characters very often in video games. Anyway, later on, Lucien, that's another French name I noticed, appreciated, or what? No, rather, appeared. Oh, maybe that's lucky. I doubt it. Appeared at the manor this morning. I thought him here for me to I brought him here for me to finally wring my neck after our latest tiff. But no, it was much worse than that. He had come to speak to Minnie. No need to guess why. She has taken it upon herself to manage the household these last few years, since neither her father nor I have the time, or frankly, inclination. Under her watch, the staff's productivity has increased 35%, while reducing our costs an astonishing 67%. We've saved tens of thousands of bits. Harvey tipped Lucien off, I expect. Now he wants to bring her on to help manage the Gorgon facilities, which I refused over Minnie's vociferous protestations. She cried after he had left. Only I wish that I could help... What? I only wish that I could tell her why. Because of the tiff? I don't know what tiff means, but I think they were having some fun. Displaying total deleted entries, 2 of them. And there's one that's very recent. Oh, well, those are all more recent. October 14th, 2348. How did I raise such a willful daughter? She's no longer requesting to join the project, but demanding. I'm ready. I can help you. It's what I want. She doesn't know what she's asking. Gorgon is not safe. Compound X is in the air. It's infected the water and the food. It's no longer just the test subjects and the laboratory techs in danger now. Even the general staff are beginning to feel its effects. Even I feel it. I'm tied up in knots. I know what I must do. The only way I can persuade her away, but it'll kill me to do it. Minnie, I'll say. You just don't have what it takes. You're too shallow, too simple, too weak. She'll hate me for it. I'm sure it will destroy her, but it will work. She'll be safe. That's all I care about now. Yeah, this is probably foreshadowing for things that are about to come. Let's see, what about the other one? Harvey is gone. His body is still alive, but the man I married is dead. He broke into my office and stole the last of my release candidate ampules, busted the door to splinters in his withdrawal fury. I had chartered a shuttle to bring him to the facility for medical care, even convinced Priantha to oversee the transfer. He didn't want to, was worried it wasn't safe, but I begged him. Harvey killed the shuttle crew. Priantha, too. But the shuttle wouldn't take off without its pilot, and I couldn't stop his raging, so I left the ship on the landing pad for days, watched him tear it to pieces with his bare hands. He lost a lot of blood. I brought him inside once he had finally passed out, and shoved him into a stasis solution tube. My work did this to him. Me. I did this. I'll tell Lucien. Surely, now he'll delay the release. Shortly after this. Okay. I wonder if we can tell Minnie about this. Corporation Service Awards. We have a few of these, I think. Potentially. Yeah. They're relatively common. Although we might have found them in this DLC, and they might be from this DLC, but I remember them from somewhere. 150? What? At least I can see what's in there. Which is good, because it's all rubbish, and I don't need it for anything. All lockpicking in loot-based games. Well, actually, this game is not really that loot-based, but whoever was in charge of the loot... itemization in general really didn't get the memo, did they? They just made a loot system for a dungeon crawler, and this game is not that. So the loot is meaningless all the time. Oh, boy. Then again, there's a lot of games like that. Including one that I'm playing right now, called Mass Effect. You might have heard of it. It is basically the same thing. What else do we have? Oh, wait. Why is this shiny? Is it just how that looks? I think that's how that looks. So, we're upstairs. We got in... Oh, that door is still locked. Which means that that door over there was red. Or rather, was blue. But it was closed forever. There she is. Armor parts, I'll take those. You never know when you're gonna need them.
Captain, charmed as always.
I had questions about your family.
The Ambrose family comes from old Earth money. We were pioneers, inventors, and chimerists. Always at the top of our field, never lagging behind. If there's anything else you'd like to know, speak on.
I read your mother's terminal. Her logs were interesting.
Ah, yes. I've scanned her old logs. But I'm afraid they haven't given up anything I didn't already know or suspect. If you have any questions, you can trust me to answer them. I gain nothing by leaving you in the dark.
Who's Lucien? Your mother didn't seem to approve of him.
Lucien was Mother's point of contact at Spacer's Choice. I'd call him high-ranking, but I don't think his job had a rank in the traditional sense. He once tried to recruit me to work on Gorgon, but of course Mother wouldn't hear of it. I never forgave her for that.
I don't think she read the deleted logs, unless she did and deleted them and is pretending that she didn't. Because we don't know when those logs were deleted. For her to say that I didn't find anything that I didn't already know or something, like, we found something that she hadn't told us. Anyway, why didn't Spacer's Choice overrule her?
And risk losing one of the colony's greatest minds to Auntie Cleo? I think not. No. In their estimate, I'm certain Mother was worth 10 of me. They did the math, and I came up short.
What did they want you to do on Gorgon?
A little bit of everything, I suppose. Manage personnel, keep an eye on budgets, see that goals and expectations were well defined. Chemistry may be my passion, but Spacer's Choice recognized my knack for administration. I would have taken the job and perhaps even enjoyed it.
Okay, back to the topic at hand.
Did anything else in Mother's terminal glue your eyes to the screen?
Something drove your father mad, apparently. Olivia put him into hibernation.
I so wanted to avoid opening that wound. But now here we are. Father was exposed to some of Gorgon's more caustic chemicals. I don't know how, but I suspect that Mother brought her work home.
Where is he now?
I don't know. It's possible that Mother carted him off to Gorgon for her studies. That, or she killed him and buried him under the floorboards, or bricked him behind a wall. I wouldn't put anything past Olivia Ambrose.
I wonder if he's behind that secret passage that we opened earlier. You paint a very, very grim picture of your mother.
Thank you. There's no two ways about it. Mother was vicious, and that's saying something in Halcyon.
Any chance that you were exposed to the same chemicals?
By that point, I was already living at Byzantium, trying to get out from under my family's shadow. You're very kind to consider my well-being, but if I'd been exposed, we'd be having a very different conversation.
Okay, back to your mother's terminal then.
Yes?
You never mentioned that you enjoy painting.
Of all the intrigue and mysteries surrounding my household, that is what interests you. I do enjoy painting. I haven't indulged in some time, but it's a pleasant enough diversion.
What would you call your style? Surreal? Expressionist?
I honestly don't think I've been at it long enough to have a style. Painting is something I enjoy on the side, not something I chase to perfection. We Ambrose ladies have a way of ruining the things we love by committing ourselves to them.
What's your favorite painting?
I've always been partial to Truth Emerging from the Well to Shame Mankind by Jerome. That painting speaks to me. It shows how nothing stays hidden for long.
Well, I might as well include the painting, shouldn't I? Because it's a real one. I recognize the name more or less. I don't actually remember the name of Jean-Léon Jérôme, the original name of the painting. I think the truth emerges from the well to, however she put it. It is not the it's not the name that shows up on Wikipedia. On the Wikipedia, the English Wikipedia page is truth coming out of her well. and the original name is La Vérité sortant du puits armé de son martinet pour châtier l'humanité, which translates as truth coming from the well, armed with her whip to chastise humanity. And you can indeed see her whip right there. It's a beautiful painting. I don't know what the style is. It is certainly not expressionist, or impressionist rather. Wait a minute, was it expressionist? Because those are two different things. But there it is. Apparently the style is known as academicism, and I don't know what classifies it as that, but it's an interesting term that I have never heard of. Anyway, thanks for sharing, I suppose.
Your curiosity is charming, but do remember to focus on the job at hand.
That's all about her terminal. I'll let you know if I find anything else.
You do that. And thanks for your attention to detail.
That's a hint as to how to play this DLC, isn't it? Did you know there's a hidden door behind your mother's curio cabinet?
Oh, that? That's just Mother's panic room. She used to lock herself in there and panic from time to time. She could be very high-strung.
There's also an elevator, but it's sealed off.
Congratulations. You discovered the entrance to the Ambrose family septic tank. Excellent detective work, but you can leave this one to me. Now, if you happen to find a torture chamber, or, law forbid, a wine cellar, don't hesitate to scream.
You come from a talented heritage. What interests you?
If Mother and I shared anything, it was our love of chemistry. Chemistry is a desire to understand matter, the very foundation of our existence. What Ambrose could ignore such a tempting lure?
Well, that's all for now. Thanks.
Yes?
I think that's it. No, actually, it is not. This house has seen better days.
Regrettable, I know. We used to have a staff to maintain the grounds. Not just auto mechanicals either. Real people doing real work.
Explain the fake fish in the fake pond.
Father loved his salt tuna. He was an avid fisherman, you know. But that was long ago. When they moved here from Byzantium, Mother told me he was heartbroken to learn there was no sport. So she bought him a pond for his sad, lonely amusement.
I think that was outside. I'm not 100% sure. Do you visit the rock garden much?
Not as much as I used to. Who has time to slow their thoughts and bask in tranquility? I prefer staring out the window of my drawing room, brooding on matters outside of my control.
What's with the Moon Man statue in your foyer?
Hideous, isn't it? I've been meaning to have that thing removed. Maybe jettisoned into the sun. Spacer's Choice agreed to double Mother's research budget if she subjected her family to product placement. I swear those eyes follow me wherever I go.
Couldn't you hire on a new staff?
It's hard to find good help. And I'm not quick to trust anyone who'd work for me. Present company excluded. I can worry about upkeep once my family name is restored. Until then, this manor is a base of operations.
Yeah, fair enough.
Very well. If there's anything else, you have my attention.
Be seeing you, Minnie.
Be seeing you, Captain.
I want to see that statue. I want to see what that's all about. What is this? There's a piano here. Oh, it's the normal pianos. That one is looking grimy, though, so I'm not sure if that is... Spacer's Choice stuff. We all want to be on the lookout for secrets. It's pretty obvious that that's what this DLC is showing at the moment. We're gonna need to go into the... Maybe the statue is outside, and that's why I don't remember it. Yeah. We're gonna need to go into the panic room. Let's see what this one does. Optional master... 120... Freaking hell. I mean, I can bring that up a little bit, but not by much. If I find my lockpicking... Well, I don't even know what I would have. I might be able to find the key, though. I don't think I have any lockpicking stuff. I do. No. What? Sure thing. That's not gonna get me anywhere, though. I need to level up again. No. Still, that's achievable. Possibly more through finding the key than through actually leveling up. Let's look at our character, though. So how would I know what level... Oh, it's over there. Yeah, we're not leveling up anytime soon. I could bring... Who's good at this? Felix? Are you... What do you give me? Do you have things that I didn't give you? Of course you do. We're not going to worry about that. Actually, maybe you are. What is that? No. So, these things... That's the perks... No. There's a way to tell. I think it's Parvati that has a thing that gives me extra lockpicking skills. But I'm not really sure how that works. Oh, it's engineering. Oh, so it is Ellie. Or, is it Ellie? It is not Ellie, is it? How was her name? I don't remember her name. The doctor. Maybe, potentially. It doesn't sound like the doctor would be the one to give you lockpicks. That looks like one of the ships. Dearest mother and father, I have paced the halls of this gilded cage long enough. Since you won't permit me to help the family business, I'm leaving to start a business of my own. Am I too young for such ambitions? Perhaps. But that is the risk you take when you fashion a daughter in your image. Byzantium will welcome me with open arms. Won't that be a new sensation? If I ever return, it'll be to claim my rightful spot at the head of this family. Minnie. It's the paintings. Is it the paintings? No. That is weird. That is weird. I wonder if this room is meant to be, like, to have been left untouched. Glacier water. Okay, there's no vodka at least, so... Necklace, music box. Yeah, I think the game is trying to portray the family as having left her room untouched after she left. Potentially. Okay, so I don't think I'm getting in there anytime soon. Let's go downstairs. I mean, there's more things to see downstairs, but also there's the panic room. I don't know that there's more things to see downstairs. Apart from the panic room. We got some sleeps. Money. Oh, I need to open that.
Wow, you got that?
Oh, Parvati, I always have that. You know how it goes. She always expresses surprise. And there aren't any robots back there. That is sealed. That's a flying robot. Some Adreno. I'll take that. Well, that's it, isn't it? Let's go outside. The robots are just charging up or something in their base. It's not actually a loading screen, which is kind of cool. Wait a minute. Why do I need to go there? Peril and Gar. Oh, that's where this... Wait. Oh, right. Sure. Okay, that explains it. The way to get to Gorgon itself is through the ship, which is similar to other things. These are the fish. Is that the statue? I don't know. It all looks very spooky down here. This is the stone garden, isn't it? The one that I mentioned. Oh, there's Prats. Hello. What?
Incoming!
Good job.
fun.
Huh. I'm glad to be back. Now, what and also experience. Oh. Model spaceship.
Gosh,
Should have broke that down. There are some things in here, though. But that's it. A little bit of a letdown.
This unit expresses dismay.
Well. Let's go. Oh, yes. You need to hold to do area transfers, which is a pretty sweet idea. Ada? Oh, right. They're having their alone time. Maybe I should go... Oh, she's here.
sometimes I can hear Vickers saying prayers to himself. Sometimes I hear him cussing about tossball scores.
What are your thoughts on Gorgon?
I hope we can help Miss Minnie uncover what happened to her mother. I wouldn't wish the pain of not knowing on hardly anyone.
You've booked around the Unreliable. Ever find any record of Lucky Montoya?
Not a word. And I've been sticking my nose in every one of our stately ladies' crannies, stem to stern. Oh, law. That sounds untoward, don't it? That ain't what I meant. Point is, Captain, Mr. Hawthorne left all kinds of scribblings behind panels and under consoles, but ain't a lick of it mentioned Mr. Lucky. So whatever they got up to in the past must have been really extra secret. And lots of fun.
Or this ship was just built when the DLC wasn't out yet, so they hadn't made up Lucky Montoya yet, and that's why. It's a joke. It's a joke. How are you feeling about this job right now?
I don't want to be mean, Captain, but I can't help wondering if Miss Minnie is telling us the whole story about Gorgon. Her mother worked there for years and years, and she doesn't know hardly the first thing about it? It seems fishy. And in the serials, mystery's always got a twist.
Yeah. What do you think this one's gonna be?
Well, Virginia Yang, that girl detective, she'd say to check your theories at the door. Just look at the facts and follow the clues. Me? I just want to fix what's been broke.
Sounds about right, Parvati. Good talk. And good episode, I hope, because we're out of time for the day. So for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Outer Worlds. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.